all Biafrans, all Igbos, all of the people from the southeast are monkeys and gorillas, according to Zoo Nidicom Bose. Nidicom means Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. Person where they defend all the whole Nigerians, including the people of the southeast, according to them, they say we must belong to Nigeria. Came out. This is not the first time of this monkey. If you look at this woman self, I don't know what I can use. Even though Uwezoke is better than this woman. Uwezoke in terms of beauty, handsome. Uwezoke, in fact, you can consider Uwezoke a beautiful man. You see the reason why I said let us all get Twitter account X. My brother, these people are finishing us. I keep on fighting from morning until evening of every day with the Yoruba bastard online, defending my people. Tomorrow, these same people I'm defending will also betray me and say me. Yes, now. Is it not people that are celebrating that Simon Ekpa is being imprisoned? Simon Ekpa did not take their yam. He did not take their goat. Just out of jealousy and anger, something that they could not do, that somebody is doing it. They became enemy overnight. I fought every day. Now they have flagged my 2 accounts on X because I have 2 different accounts. They have flagged it, red flag, because of the kind of words I'm using on these people. They are using verified account. My account is not verified, or maybe they are paying monthly to have the blue tick, which I have none. So I have a limit to the kind of words I will use. Please, I beg you, I beg all of you, the Biafrans, get X. Go to X. Write whatever you know about these people, whether it is true or not true. They are finishing up with propaganda. If you go out there and see how many of us out there defending every Igbo man, defending P2B and people who I don't even know, when I see them and you are being defamed online, my brother, I will never keep silent. That is me. So get your Twitter account. We need to fight this battle. These people have been using propaganda to set us ablaze. 1966 coup, I still repeat it. Till today, it is Ibadan and Lagos Media House, with the help of BBC UK, that make it. They go out there broadcasted that it was an Igbo coup when it is not. Look at what somebody who is under the government is paying with taxpayers' money, coming out to say some set of the country, they are baboons, they are gorillas, and they are monkeys. Up till tomorrow, the so-called government of the day who appointed her never said a word. What do you expect? Even the special advisor on publication and media, which is Bayo Ononoga, defamed the Igbos. In fact, he used tribal big slot against the Igbos before the election and after the election. She says, and I quote, that he owes anybody any apology, that he maintained his words, that Igbos are threat to the Yorubas in terms of politics. You can imagine that. Igbos never show any concern simply because Peter Obi mumushly and foolishly carry himself go there to rob the Igbos. Many of our people have lost their homes and businesses in Lagos. None of them receive even one common one name cake from Peter Obi. All those things that happen to them is because of Peter Obi. Because Peter Obi won Lagos. Because Peter Obi now they are seeing Peter Obi now as the next kind of it is a challenge to them, to their political class, and then they have to instigate the violence. I know the hatred have been there for a very long time. Not today it started. Awolowo betrayed Ojukwu. Awolowo betrayed Ojukwu. And bloodful that coming to Ojukwu's region that killed over our age. I mean our ancestors, our great grandmothers and fathers. Make us see the person who look like monkey. If you have X, go to X. Type Abike Dabiri. You will see that monkey there. He said all of us are monkeys. If you believe that, then don't get account. If you don't believe that you are a monkey, get account and begin to bamboozle all these idiots. I beg, let us go straight to the reason why we're here this morning. Another headline here is that IPOB's lands punch newspapers and their shenanigans because na lies that they use to trend. They slam them for fabricated lies. ESN camp propaganda offers to fund investigative trip. Say make them come, we will go investigate. And I don't they talk too much. Okay, I beg, if you get this message and you believe you are not a monkey and you're not a gorilla, you are not a chimpanzee, and Yorubas are calling you, share this message so that everybody will get it, and they will do the needful of getting X account. You can get as many as possible. Write whatever you know how to write against these baboons, against this coast tribe, against these coal miners. I be with actually all during the 1966 that they finished us with media propaganda. Now we have taken the center stage, and all of them, I repeat, all of them must go out online, go offline, whether they like it or not. Okay, we are the news in details, my people. Abike Dabiri Eriwa, serving as the chairperson of the Nigerians and Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, and a notable government official, bears a considerable responsibility in advocating for the welfare, reputation, and the unity of all Nigerians, excluding the Southeast, living abroad. Her position necessitates impartiality and awareness of ethnic diversity instead of deepening divisions. Okay, diversity and a dedication to promoting national unity. Instead, she is a deepening divisions. Nevertheless, her choice of retweet a message on September 25th. September 25th, my brother, are you okay? This thing happened 2 days ago. Not September 25th, because I think it's September 2nd, 2025, from Wale S. Akrele at Akrele _S_1D, which labels critics who are largely viewed as Igbo with terms such as monkeys, animals, and children of gorilla history is not only reckless but also extremely harmful. This act of endorsement, accompanied by a mere series of laughing emojis, effectively supports and normalizes profoundly racist and dehumanizing rhetoric, thus betraying her responsibilities as a public servant and jeopardizing Nigeria's delicate ethnic balance. Dabiri Eriwa has used her platform with over 1 million followers on X to seemingly promote a targeted ethnic law directed at Igbo. The original post mention of gorilla history invokes colonial era stereotypes that have historically been employed to belittle Africans. This is not simply a matter of jest. It constitutes a form of hate speech that continues to reinforce the ordering of an entire ethnic group, depicting them as fundamentally ungrateful and subhuman. As a Yoruba woman occupying a prominent federal position in Nigerian government, her endorsement poses a risk of exacerbating inter-ethnic tensions in a country already marred by historical conflicts, such as the Biafran Nigerian Civil War of 1966 to 1970, during which such rhetoric played a role in inciting unimaginable atrocities. Ohaneze Ndi Iberibe, the foremost social cultural organization representing the Igbo, has appropriately denounced this as indicative of a disturbing trend of ethnic profiling and prejudice treatment directed specifically at Ndi Igbo, both at home and abroad. In a statement issued on September 4th, 2025, the charged Dabiri Eriwa with utilizing her social media platforms to magnify slanderous posts that depicted the Igbo as caricatures to national and international audiences, insisting on her prompt apology or dismissal by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This incident is not isolated. Dabiri Eriwa has faced period backlash for actions perceived as ethnically biased, such as naming 5 Igbo origin suspects in a 2019 Dubai robbery case, which critics argued was intended to stereotype Igbos as criminals. Her retweet continues this trend, suggesting a disregard for the dignity of Nigerians from other ethnic backgrounds. Dabiri Eriwa's mandate at MIDCOM is to advocate for Nigerians abroad, regardless of tribe, and to counter negative stereotypes that harm the diaspora community. By endorsing content that dehumanizes a specific ethnic tribe, she contradicts this mission. Nigerians in the diaspora, including Igbo, who contribute immensely to the remittance of over $20 billion annually to Nigeria's economy, faces xenophobia and discrimination globally. Amplifying slurs like Mønkeys only emboldens such prejudice, potentially endangering Igbo abroad by painting them as perpetual troublemakers. Past controversies such as her 2022 Twitter spat, where she called a critic Ode, that is fool, and generalized Nigerians in Indonesia as drug peddlers and cultists, highlights a pattern of unprofessional inflammatory engagement that erodes trust in her office. As a former journalist and lawmaker, she should know better that social media posts from public officials are not private opinions but official endorsements that shape public discourse. This retweet is a breach of decency and professionalism, especially in a multi-ethnic nation like Nigeria, where leaders are expected to model unity. It insults the intelligence of Nigerians and exposes Dabiri Eriwa to accusations of complicity in ethnic dehumanization. Much like the IPOB media and publicity secretary Emma Powerless has criticized in recent statements, Bolambe Tinubu must hold her accountable, perhaps through a public reprimand or suspension, to reaffirm zero tolerance for hate speech from appointees. Dabiri Eriwa owes an unreserved apology to Igbo, clarifying that her retweet was a lapse in judgment and committing to inclusive communications. Henceforth, failure to do so risks deepening the ethnic fault lines that threaten Nigeria's stability. Public figures like her must rise above pettiness. Anything less is a betrayal of the trust placed in them. Family Writers Press International. Another news headline. IPOB. They don't slam Punch newspaper for fabricated ESN camp propaganda, offers to fund investigative trip. Because call now report on my brother, I got that place. And if you no follow me, then you have me to contend with you. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has noted with disgust the malicious falsehood published by the Punch newspapers on September 4th of 2025. Alleging that police and allied security forces dismantled an ESN stroke IPOB camp in Aglo Ezechukwu Agwata local government area, Anambra State. We categorically state that this report is fabricated propaganda. Punch newspaper has once again reduced itself to a mouthpiece of the Nigerian government by parroting unverified claims designated to smear IPOB. No evidence has been presented, no independent investigation carried out, and no attempt made to verify from the community or from IPOB. Instead, Punch chooses to peddle fiction as facts. If the Nigerian police or their partners in the media have any credible evidence, they should tender it in a competent court of law. Instead, Punch has chosen to insult the intelligence of Nigerians and the global community with this disgraceful hatchet job. Punch claims to be a national newspaper but has abandoned investigative journalism. Its reporters sit in Lagos and Abuja recycling government handouts rather than visiting Anambra or Imo to confirm the truth. IPOB is prepared to sponsor investigative teams from Punch and other outlets to travel to the east and investigate on the ground if indeed they are interested in journalism and not propaganda. We state without equivocation that the said publications is a malicious falsehood. If the Nigerian government or Nigerian police or their media collaborators have any credible evidence of such a camp, they should present it in a court of law instead of insulting public intelligence with fictions that they claim to be real. This lazy journalism and reckless peddling of propaganda underscores the moral bankruptcy of some Nigerian media houses. They have abandoned the sacred duty of investigative reporting and instead, such as mouthpieces of a regime bent on ethnic dehumanization. Okay? IPOB is prepared to sponsor investigative teams from Punch, Daily Trust, The Nation, and Pyramid Times to travel to East and see the truth for themselves instead of regurgitating propaganda from security agencies. The shameful report by Punch newspapers is not journalism, it is ethnic propaganda. It is dangerous and it exposes Punch as complicit in the wider agenda of demonizing Biafra and IPOB. The indigenous people of Biafra will henceforth call out by name every rogue outlet and journalist that engages in this deliberate misinformation campaign. Let it be known, IPOB remains whiter than white. No amount of Punch newspapers propaganda can taint our cause, which is rooted in justice, self-determination, and justice. This message is from Comrade Emma Powerless, Media and Publicity Secretary for IPOB. And here we will take a break. Like, share, comment, subscribe for more interesting videos. Que mesiano, my people.